Hello and good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight for the Echo Park or Atlanta 250 here at Echo Park Speedway, the new Atlanta. Tonight we have 24 drivers in the field racing around this. How far is my Atlanta? Mile and a half.
Yeah, mile and a half.
Mile and a half track here with the super speedway setups. So a lot of drafting and bump drafting, exciting times to be had. In the booth with me tonight, Ryan Taft will be doing double duty as always, and Bill Martin. How are you guys doing tonight?
I will be here as well.
Well, I'm not doing too bad.
There's going to be a lot of drafting tonight, a lot of bumping tonight, and I think we're going to have some big ones.
Yep, and this time at Atlanta will be under the lights, so should see some fast speeds and fast lap times, but we're rolling off now, and I'll just pop up the grid real quick. Joe Gibbons qualified on the pole, 31.520 in the 8 car, is sitting on pole tonight. Yep. John Connor P2, Tyler Bellinger P3, Nick Vasquez in the 4th spot, Corey Mott 5th, Michael Deitch 6th, Zach Johnson 7th, Stephen Carlisle 8th, Tyler Krauszak 9th, and Caleb Carter rounding out the top 10 there. And I got one other thing that I put together real quick, so we'll take a look real quick at the ambient temperature and track temperature there at the bottom right of your screen. Ambient temperature sitting right around 81 degrees Fahrenheit, that's freedom units, and 88 degrees track temp. So pretty cool track, and it'll only get cooler as the sun goes down. But we are off rolling, waiting for the start of our race here. Pace car lights are off, and Joe Gibbons will be getting us underway here momentarily.
Can you just do me a favor and pop up the screen so I can watch the race?
Oh, wait. Yeah, let me share my screen.
It won't take about an hour and a half till the sun's fully set behind the grandstands.
And pace car is off, and we are going here at Atlanta. I just shared my screen, so Bill should be able to see it now, but 2x2 starting here, going in the first corner, though we are flared out 3 wide as we move back further into the field there.
Right off the bat.
I got somebody driving onto the apron to go to the back. Smart choice on his part, in my opinion.
Yep, as we saw this weekend, there can be some pretty big wrecks here. Not the widest track as far as super speedways go, so
That's an understatement.
Big one is always looming, but as for now, the inside is the preferred line, as Joe Gibbons still holding on to that first spot with Tyler Bellinger pushing him behind. Outside is trying to get formed up there. You have the 77 of Corey Mott being pushed by John Connor, and just behind them, Nick Vasquez, who is a self-proclaimed super speedway specialist. So we'll keep an eye on that top lane there.
This guy's rolling off so far. Everybody's green. This is what you're going to see pretty much the whole night. Side by side, 2x2. They are drafting. This is like a mini Daytona right now.
Yep.
And what you're going to have to watch is cars do start to loosen up and they start to get tight. So while they're full throttle, grills to gas holes on this mile and a half racetrack, the cars do go away a lot more than they would at Daytona. So then you're going to have handling problems. It is going to be exciting, wild, and if there is a big one, you're going to know it because everybody's going to be involved in it. Right now, that 77 of Corey Mott out front, leaving the 97 of Connor, and Vasquez now moves up into 3rd place. And he's battling with Gibbons side by side. He showed up in Atlanta today with a very fast hot rod. I don't know what he's trying to prove, but he's got some serious weight on that lob pedal tonight.
Yep, Corey Mott managing the lead, the best of his abilities, dropping down, blocking the bottom runs, moving back up. Though looks like the 8th car is going to be side by side with him on the backstretch here. May even, yeah, he moves into the lead there. So Mott doing a good job managing the lead there for a little bit, but the inside just got cooking, and now they're moving ahead by just a bit. And just a warning for everybody, I am having really bad weather at the headquarters here. So if the stream goes poof, that is why. So just a heads up.
No excuses, Tommy. You're fired. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Well, these guys certainly don't seem to care about the weather because right now they're going down the back straightaway, full throttle, side by side, pretty much the whole way through the field. Don't expect to see one lanes of traffic tonight. Everybody is going to be riding multiple grooves in this track. A lot of guys start off low, work their way up. I-line is definitely fast. However, it does tend to kill your tires. And you guys tell me, we raced here last night in the Gen 4 Cup.
No, we're
I
at
don't know,
Rockingham
1 and
last
2
night,
was
Gen
my
4.
trouble stuff. No, Rocky, that's right, Rockingham, the Gen 4, that's right, I was thinking it was the same. Now, if you think about it, same type of track almost, and, you know, we just couldn't keep cautions from coming out, it seemed. So far tonight, that's not the case. We're running wild right now with Gibbons out front, followed by Johnson, and look who's coming back, 48 of Tyler PK. I gotta pronounce his name tonight.
He told me
from New England.
Zach. Crawl Zach. That's
Yeah.
how he told me to say it.
Yeah, but I'm from Massachusetts, man. Boss, I can't pronounce that. So we call him TK. He also won. He's been on fire. He won the race last week. He's won a couple of races. He won another race in this series in another league one day this week. So
we have a
TK has
wreck
come
piling
out.
up
He's
in the
on
back
fire. He's
there.
putting in
We
a
have
lot of
cars
time.
around.
Oh boy!
On the backstretch, a lot of guys hard into the inside wall, coming down the backstretch. Try to see exactly who's involved, but really, there's just seems like there's more cars involved than not involved here.
The one of Jim Mott, Joe Wright involved, Higginbottom, Hoffner.
Yeah, Corey Mott too. Corey Mott's absolutely destroyed there, the front of that car.
Ooh.
A lot of fast guys involved. Caleb Sheets limping that thing back around here. Also heavy damage to the front of that car. We'll go back and take a look what caused that. But yeah, Vasquez dragging a bumper there down the turns 3 and 4, sending sparks flying. Man, so heavy carnage to the field. A lot of fast cars involved.
Yeah, you look at Caleb Sheets, you know, he was one of the guys we were going to watch today. Obviously, Nick Vasquez was definitely a guy we were going to watch today. Corey Mott was fast.
Oh, no, yeah.
Let's see what happened. It looked like
Vasquez was pushing Mott there, and looks like Mott's car just got super light, the back end of that thing, and he just whipped around. I don't know if it was just a bad push or just he wasn't ready for the shove.
Well, there's been a lot of complaints about this series and these cars. Not many people like the new update, so don't know if that was one of the glitches that we just saw or what. But
yeah, center your
it
screen
does
there,
look
22,
like
pushing the 77, coming
pushing
out of the corner here, and still looks okay. But yeah, the 77's car just starts to get sideways on him, and he comes down, and then the car obviously swings back up the track there. Hard impact into the outside wall for these 77, just nowhere for these other guys to go here. Man, and a lot of cars caught up in that.
What was that noise? Whoa.
On board with Vasquez here, you see he's pushing the 77. This was Caleb Carter, another
bit
car
too
that took a lot of
aggressive.
damage.
Way too aggressive this early in the race.
So a handful of cars on pit lane. Carter, Vasquez, Ledger, Mott, Sheets, Jim Mott, right? And I believe that is everybody on pit lane there. Wonder what happened to Stoltz. He is in the server, but doesn't look like he's out on the track.
I was reading the Discord. He's having
wonder.
technical difficulties with his wheel.
Oh man, that stinks.
That happened to me the other night, and I had my wheel go on me, which was not fun. Right in the middle of qualifying, my wheel glitched on me. Not a good thing to have. And I was on board with the guys in the booth, so that made it even worse.
So, taking a look back through this field here, let me check the pace car. So pace car lights are off. We'll be going green this time by. Had a lot of guys go in to get some repairs done. Still see some front end damage there on Carter's machine. Higginbotham's machines also has some front end damage there. But a lot of the guys involved with that, you know, I don't think they'll be able to get all the fixes done, but hopefully they'll be able to stay in the draft and wait until caution ends. Or, sorry, the stage ends here at lap 45, or another caution comes out. But pace car should be rolling off here any second, and I believe Joe Gibbons, the 8 car, will be in command of the field here on this restart. So pace car is off, rolling into the Echo Park restart zone here. And we're off. Good jump there by the outside lane. 45 keeping with the 8 car there well through the front stretch there into turns 1 and 2. Outside lane still trying to get it figured out. See Joe Gibbons with a great start here coming down the backstretch, being pushed by the 99 of Garth Griswold, and Bellinger just behind him. Bellinger actually going to jump to the outside, take the outside lane, and hopefully gain some momentum from the push of Zach Johnson, but Zach Johnson needs to suck up just a bit. Actually decides to drop back, and again he bounces outside down the front stretch.
I'll tell you what, it makes me nervous when I see all these cars going back and forth. You need a couple of laps to get heat in these tires, and man, I think it takes like 3 or 4 laps till they actually kind of settle in and get to where you want them to be. So to see him racing this hard right off the bat with cold tires is kind of making me a little nervous. But right now, Joe Gibbons is leading the way with ease over Griswold and Gill behind him. And Jay Salmon in the 67 is right there as well. And Ballinger's going to top your top 5 right now. Still early in the race. 15 laps of the first stage of 45. Right now, everybody's starting to settle down just a little bit of motion towards the back of the pack right there, and that's not what we want to see. When you go back and forth like that, it kills momentum, and those guys behind you come right up on you, and they can't slow up in time. Next thing you know, you're going around. Right now, we still have a couple of top contenders that are going to be going down a few laps tonight, which is going to be difficult to watch for them. Coming off into turns 1 and 2, you see them. Full throttle through that corner, coming off. Here comes the freight train. 2x2 off the back straightaway at almost 200 miles an hour, setting up into turns number 3 and 4. Now, let me ask you guys, you're full throttle. There we go. We got trouble.
Yep, have a car into the wall there. Some cars trying to fan out and find some empty space. We'll go back and take a look at that caution there. Oh,
yeah, looked like the 23. 23 just like he stopped.
Yeah,
but he kind of got into it with I think if you go a little bit further before that, I think there was an issue with Ballinger. Yeah, right here. So yeah, it looked like he got really loose.
Yep, keep an eye on 23 there, center your screen.
He got loose. Ballinger came up behind him and just had nowhere to go. It gave him a little bump, and that's what kind of sent him up into the wall.
Yeah, it just caused a stack up there on the high lane. I think Bellinger might have a bit of damage there on that car too now. Let's take a look. No, Bellinger looks pretty clean there. So he's able to get away without much damage. But guys definitely who had some damage from the last wreck, they're going to be going down pit lane to get some stuff fixed. Johnson into the pit. And obviously Gill, who went into the wall there, also coming in. So a pretty hectic start here. The past several weeks, we've seen a lot of green flag racing, not much as far as cautions go, but definitely a pretty brutal start to the field, already taking out a lot of fast drivers. See Vasquez and Mott both just still sitting in pit since lap 10, so I believe that their race is done for the evening. But yeah,
If not done, they're definitely going to be way in the back of the pack.
yeah,
What they're going to hope for is a couple of guys getting out. And, well, we saw guys last night's race, they were what, 8 or 9 laps down, and they still had a top 10 finish. So anything is possible.
yep, definitely.
Carlisle is
Sorry, go
out.
ahead. Oh yeah, Carlisle is also out. Yeah, and Hoffner is also out too. So already have 5 drivers who have exited the race.
Wow.
And so that's
Welcome
that's
to Atlanta.
definitely smelling like maybe we might have a new winner tonight. We'll see. But looking through, I don't think is this Joe Gibbons' first? Can't be, right? I feel like we've
Joe is
I think it'd be his first
no,
win.
won
I'm
another
sorry.
series.
I was getting him confused with somebody else. Yeah, he's a regular driver here. I'm saying he hasn't had a win yet, right? So being
I
up
don't think he
front,
has.
being up front, I don't,
Not in this series. He's
yeah,
won
no
another
wins,
series.
no stage wins for Joe. Actually, no top 5 for Joe Gibbons. So rocket start to the race for him here. Definitely a great place to be up front, staying out of all the cautions, all the wrecks. So hopefully he can keep it up what he has going here. But just behind him, John Connor and P2 will be starting in the outside lane there. Don't think Connor actually has any stage wins either. Let me double check that.
Fucking.
Yep, no stage
Corey
wins
Mott's back out
for
on track.
Connor either. Oh, Mott's back out. Yeah, it looks like the race car's pretty much fixed up, but 8 laps down now, so he'll have to see a lot more of the same to try to get his laps back. Don't think there's any other cars down, so Joe Wright's 1 lap
Joe.
down. So
He's only
with that said, green flag back in the air here. Outside and inside row about even on this restart, so heading into corner 1 is going to be up to the guys, pushing them to see where they come out on the backstretch. Still about even there. You see Tyler Bellinger doing a good job pushing that outside lane there. 97 of John Connor coming down the backstretch now. Outside lane shown to be the preferred line as John Connor slides down in front of Joe Gibbons, taking the lead of this race.
I just saw Nick Vasquez's crew pushing this car back to the garage. He's out.
So we heard Taft there mention 22 cars out of the race. Early exit for the Ford there. So unfortunate night for Vasquez and the 22 team. But as for the guys on the track, still John Connor doing good, controlling the lead here inside row, still showing a lot of speed. Outside lane trying to get formed up. We see a car a little bit squirrely. I believe that's the Krispy Kreme car there of Joe Wright, who had some damage earlier, so just trying to hang on to the back of his pack here and keep in the draft.
Well, that's what they're going to want to do. If you have damage, you just want to hang on. All you got to do.
Yep, and 22 laps into this 45 lap first stage, and we saw a tight move there. 88 car almost getting into the back of the 8 car there as the 8 car was moving down to that bottom lane. Man, these guys are absolutely giving no space, and they are being quite aggressive early in this thing, but that's what comes with stage racing. So outside lane still about car length behind the front or the inside lane there, though they don't have a lot of help. See, the 4 car has some damage on the front end of that car, so he's not the fastest pusher right now. It gets up into the wall just a bit. It might be getting a little bit tight from the damage, aero damage on that thing.
Now, one thing we didn't talk about was that tricky triangle that we just saw them go through there. You know, a little strange. You can't go down below the white and red lines, so you got to stay above that area. Guys still flirt with it, and what it does is it upsets the cars. So keep an eye out on that triangle in the front where they come through right now.
Was it considered like what, a quad oval?
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it.
I was trying to
They
think of the
call 'em
term
dog legs.
earlier. Yeah, I was trying to think of the term earlier, but I didn't want to get it wrong. But yeah, dog leg, quad oval. But yeah, it's definitely, if you're especially riding on the outside lane and you get stacked up 3 wide, that outside wall really sneaks up on you on the entry one. So
Yeah, and if your setup is a little loose, it will try to kick you around when you go through that.
These guys are pushing pretty good towards the middle of the pack. Everybody's keeping clean for the most part right now. As there you see the 44 Lisby. He's battling on the outside with the Cobra Man. That 68 car who's been fast at just about every race we've been to. Still waiting to see him break through. Right now in front of them is Michael Deitch, who's now falling back a little bit as Cabarrubia. He jumped up 3 spots right there. And here comes Lisby with him. So keep an eye on that 44 and the 68 cars. See if they got working together and moving on up through this pack.
yep, just hearing that throttle breathing it in and out as he manages the gaps here through the corners. Really important. Try to just keep a little bit tighter to the guy in front of you than he is now, but also just manage the bushes from the guy behind as they come down the front stretch. And look at that sun straight into the windshield
Right
there.
in the eyes.
So just another layer of difficulty and something to manage here as we work through this time of day. But good job by the 44, just staying in the groove, staying in rhythm here with about a little bit less than 20 laps to go on this first stage. Can you guys hear that thunder?
I heard something. I just heard something. Like I didn't know what it was. I thought you had like a cat or something jumping around in the back.
No, that's
but you know,
that's a thunderstorm right now outside. But it's the weather's still nice in Atlanta. That's all that matters.
we have some storm clouds moving in here in the northeast, but I don't think we have to worry about thunderstorms like you have tonight. So just be safe. Don't want to see any flying witches coming flying by your window. These guys right now, you see Bellinger out front with Hunt. Now, Noah Hunt in that 35 has been very fast at all the tracks, been very competitive, and always gets caught up. There's always some bad luck involved in it, and it sends him to the back. Tonight is a little bit different because it looks like he's driving with a little bit of fire underneath him as he's pushing the 88 into turns 3 and 4. The 88 is going to drop in front of the 8. And that's going to kind of kill the momentum of that 35, but with that other car behind him, if he keeps pushing them, they're going to go right past that 88. They'll get a big run of momentum. Takes about 2 laps for that outside line to rebuild its momentum, but when it does, it comes to life big time. Out front, your leader, 88, Tyler Ballinger, leading Joe Gibbons and 97 of Connor. Connor is another driver that we're waiting to break through. He's been fast just about everywhere. A lot of people, you hear me say it about every driver, how fast they are.
Oh, we have a car
And
around on the front stretch,
oh,
hooking the
boy.
4. I was watching that develop there. And coming to a rest there on pit lane. Hopefully all the pit crews made it safely above the wall, but we'll go back and take a look. That was kind of a slow motion developing wreck. So we had a car loose and then eventually just completely turned there.
It did happen in slow motion, and it was like, oh,
Yep,
you wanted to do something to help, but you couldn't.
68 was just kind of bouncing around Aiden Cabarrubia.
Cabarrubia, and you know what? That is the announcer's curse. I was just talking about him, and there you go. And I think that's Corey Mott who just got collected again. Yep. Corey Mott's day is going as planned, as he just got another 5 minutes of damage.
Sorry, my dog is very scared right now. Managing a lot of things right now. All right. me go back and take another look at that caution.
Ballinger and Connors, Gibbons, Simon, and Hunt in your top 5. See, Lisby, he's moved up now. I was just talking about him. Oh man, that's tough to watch.
Yeah, we see Aiden kind of get hooked, and Corey Mott, who literally just came out of pit lane to get the fixes done, already involved in another wreck here. Don't think he had too much damage done to that car, but
Once again, not his doing.
yeah.
There's a extra app that was added on for pacing because with how this track is for pit to open, they gotta wait for the pace car to come past them, which it comes flying by them, and by the time they get called back up, they're past pit entrance. Which, with a recent update for this track, they put pit entrance there in the turn 3 where it is in real life.
And just
So
caught this out of the corner of my eye too. Johnson also getting tagged there, sliding up in the outside wall. Tapped. I'm sorry, man. I was scrolling through something. I didn't hear what you said. What's up?
He was just explaining how he took responsible for hooking me at Michigan the other day.
Oh, okay.
no, you were the one that hooked me.
That's
I added a pace lap because how this track is for pit entry is it's in turn 3. It's not like where it is coming out of turn 4. So by the time the pace car, they get all caught up to the pace car passes them, they get caught back up to it, they're already past pit entrance. So add a lap onto it, make it fair for everybody to be able to pit and all that fun mumbo jumbo stuff. So when it comes to green flag pit stops, it's gonna be even more exciting because they got to do it in turn 3.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, I got black flag for that, or not black flag, but penalized for that in an official earlier or last week.
Yeah, because everyone's not used to it because they're used to coming in off of 4.
Yep.
I had a miserable week in iRacing, to be honest with you. I got my safety rating up to where it should be, all happy with it. Had 3 races in a row and absolutely got my butt handed to me in big wrecks. And yeah, it's not fair. And I am going to blame Jim Mott for it because Jim Mott talked about how he got addicted to Draft Masters. So I was doing some Draft Masters and that's what happened. So I'm blaming Jim Mott. Does that work?
Oh yeah, you can blame him.
Okay, all right, cool. Thanks, Jim, if you're listening. But I'm actually going through some races, getting my I rating up. I went down and I did a rookie class because I still like the mini stock. It's a lot of fun. And I actually won one of my races in the mini stocks. So
Nice.
we had a good time. And then after that, me and that one group of guys, we went and did a bunch of hosted races. Each of us took turn hosting a race, and we ran mini stocks all night long. We had an absolute blast.
Oh yeah, that mini stocks are fun to race.
I like going back because it reminds you. My God! Is that where you are?
This is what I'm looking at right now, folks. So just a heads up if the stream goes down here. That's,
I gotta bring up the stream.
I don't think they'll red flag the race if the stream goes down, but we'll have to figure something else out. But pace car is off, and we are rolling back to the restart zone here. Bellinger in command of the field on that inside lane. Gets a good jump, clears it outside by about a car length, and honestly clears his pushing partner, 97 of John Connor, by quite a bit too. So he's gonna get sucked back up to the field here and hopefully able to fall in line safely. Outside lane still trying to get formed up here and get rolling. They're falling back quite a bit from the from the inside, and John Connor is going to be jumping to the outside there to hopefully get it
Smart move
moving
by
a little bit
John
more.
Connor. Yeah, when John Connor made that move, he had all kinds of momentum, so he was easily able to get in front of the 67 and be able to pull them down the back straightaway. Look how much more effective that outside line is now that they have the momentum from that move that he did. He solely himself saved that outside line. Now you see Ballinger moving up, kind of deciding what lane he wants, pulling a little bit of a block. Maybe he can kind of do whatever he wants right now. And what do you guys think? I mean, what is your preferred line? I mean, if you're out front, I understand if you're in the middle of the pack, a lot of people like the inside lane over the outside lane.
Yeah.
I get that. But when you're in the front, you're leading this race. Where do you want to run?
So I mean,
Honestly,
you go ahead.
I'd be back there with TK just chilling. Save your car for the end of the race.
Yeah, I think saving it to the end of the race is smart, especially with this size of field. It's really not too bad to try to work your way back up. If we had a 35, 40 car field, then sometimes it can be tough to work your way back up. But if you were up front here, honestly, I like just riding on the inside. I can just paint that line, really just use that as a good measurement to how well I'm running, what the car is doing, if it's starting to get tight, starting to get loose. So. But there's definitely a time to move up, especially towards the end of the race, or if you're coming to end of stage, where you're trying to protect the lead and gain the most momentum as possible. Running that outside lane with a well formed up group sometimes be the way to go as far as maintaining, protecting the lead. But right now we see this inside lane just working greatly together. 8 car and 88 car doing well to push each other down the back and front stretches here. Keep up the speeds, keep down the lap times. Looks like Griswold's trying to do something with that outside lane, side drafting a bit through 3 and 4, but still nothing really happening there for the outside lane quite yet.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you one thing I'm noticing with Gibbons behind the 88 car. He always is poking the nose out just a little bit. Almost looks like he might be looking to go to the outside. I think he's just trying to get some cool air into the front of that car. See if he does it again now.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's running
ooh,
just
ooh.
a little. Oh boy, look at boy.
Griswold's around. He saves it, but we still have some cars wrecking. 67 wrecking late after that initial slide into the outside wall. Griswold sliding down to pit lane again.
We had guys getting hit 30 seconds after the caution came out. The guys need to stop this ARCA braking. I just saw, I don't know who it was.
See the 67
maybe
Griswold trying to make that outside go, and 67 just pushes Garth a little bit too firmly, causing the car to get loose, and Griswold's a passenger through the infield there. We'll go back and take a look at the 67.
99 trying to imitate the 28 on his run earlier.
67 Jay
So
Salmon there. Noah Hunt just gets into
Corey's
his
not
left
happy.
rear quarter. Oh, Corey hard
Yeah, right
into
there.
the wall
Corey.
there.
It was Corey got hit by, I think it was the 57 got hit, and it was about 30 seconds after.
See him wrecking. Everyone's
Corey
doing their best to
slowing down.
Ah, man.
And
I mean,
guy comes in and just smokes him.
it was that diet shit. I just think they didn't know each other existed at that moment of time. But
yeah, I will say this: I thought Corey got hit from behind. I thought he got hit from behind. The first time it looked like he got hit behind.
Who is able to get it slowed up here, and a lot of the wrecks happen in front of him. And I mean, it's just really bad luck there.
Yeah.
Bad timing.
But I mean, obviously Corey Mott just got off pit lane, getting the fixes done. Was hoping.
That's the third wreck in a row he's been involved in.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Third wreck in a row.
If you're 8 laps down, I would probably let the field go by about 5 seconds before I get going on the restarts. But
I don't think the way he's been getting hit, I don't think it really matters. Let's bring him up in the booth, see what he has to say. I
Who
don't
we
think
bringing
that
up in
would
the
be a
booth?
good idea. No, 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 no. I'm joking, guy. I was going to say bring Corey up in the booth right now. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, he got spun on what, lap 6.
Hmm.
Then
Yep.
he gets collected in somebody else's mess on lap 20-ish, 25-ish, after he just comes out of the pits, gets that damage worked on, then comes out and thought he was clear of the accident, and then nope.
Yeah, I mean, he did. I will say he did kind of float up the track. I mean, obviously he just didn't know Deitch was there, so it's just bad luck. But
Well, I just came down and wrecked him, so.
I'm gonna go back and look at this one more time.
We got cars spinning down low too. The ledger in the 28.
So 77, middle of your screen there. Uh, Okay.
Deitch just comes down
Okay.
3 rows right into the side of Corey. Ooh.
I was trying to give Deitch the benefit of the doubt, but he kind of locked on like a Patriot missile there onto the 77's right rear quarter. And I'm sorry,
I don't.
Mike. I can't.
The thing.
Oh, I can't help you
If
anymore,
you go,
Mike.
if you go on board with Michael Deitch, you'll see he didn't see him to the last second. It's not like you can look sideways.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? I mean, it's just it's one of those things.
there's
With racing that happens.
I would hope that Deitch didn't see him because he completely. Look, if he saw him, then obviously that was super intentional. But obviously it was not intentional. So, but we have a shootout here for the end of the stage.
Whoa!
Have Lisby throwing a move there to the bottom, moving the 88 out of the way. He's gonna have the lead coming through 3 and 4, and the 8 car of Joe Gibbons is gonna try to push him back to the start finish here for the stage end. So Lisby will actually take the win here for the stage 8 car coming in second. We have cars wrecking down the front stretch here at the end of the
Man,
stage.
come on!
A lot of cars around. This is crazy.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see who we need to park. Let's rewind this and go look.
So everyone in the front 5 got across cleanly here, but looks like 4 just hooks the 45 there. Let me go back a tiny bit here.
He's trying to make it 3 wide. Yep. That was about as smart as a woodpecker sitting on chicken eggs. No. There's no business doing that. No business doing 3 wide going through the dog leg like that. I'm sorry. It's yeah, I don't like that. Well, now we're down to 3 cars on the lead lap, and
Yeah, hopefully the guys can get in and get their cars fixed there. But yeah, I think TK might have had a little bit of damage there at the end here. Let's go back and double check.
yeah,
Might have
TK
been-
is a lap down.
Might have been from that previous wreck, actually.
There he is,
Yeah,
slowing down, slowing
uh,
down, slowing down, slowing down.
So he actually it bumps the wall a tiny bit. He got lucky, dog,
Oh,
regardless of
it-
tagging the wall there.
Yeah.
Which I'm
Just wouldn't turn. Once he got on the grass, he wouldn't turn. TK doesn't care. TK's locked in. So he's driving with a whole different attitude tonight. You know what I mean? Think about it. You're locked into the championship. You
Yeah.
know, and think of the stress that he would have if he wasn't already locked in. Oh, great, my car's checked. My God, now I got to come back and battle this. I got to get. It just ruins his whole race. Now he's locked in. He's like, hey, well, he should be like that, but no, in TK, he's still going to try to figure out a way to run this race. So,
Yeah, I mean the car's looking pretty clean. Yeah, he tagged the wall. Got some damage on the right side. Actually, looks like the car's a little chewed
he's
up.
all right.
A little chewed up. But
That's
might
why
not-
we can't have nice things, Tyler.
definitely want a clean car to win here, but you can still finish pretty strongly if even if you have a bit of damage, as long as you stay in the draft till the end. But
And
everybody in
every
chat,
time
thank
I
you
see-
so much. Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
every time I see Joe Gibbons, all I can think of is AC/DC. Back in black, baby. Joe always runs the red car in the Gen 4 series the other day. Like I said, I think people were showing him tribute. There was like 45 Budweiser cars just like Joe's in the race. So it was different last night, thank God. But tonight, once again, you see the Bass Tracker Mobile, the number 8, man in black. Mr. Joe Gibbons, one of the nicest guys in the group.
Absolutely. Just wanted to shout out everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Be sure to say what's up, or just if you're just lurking, hopefully you're having a cozy evening here on the Crown Jewel Racing Network. We are round 18 of our Carolina Cup Series. Today, obviously, at Echo Park, the new Atlanta Speedway. Next week, we'll be at Chicago Street Course. So plenty of carnage coming your way between the end of this race and next week. So again, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Be sure to say what's up in the chat, and maybe even just give a shout out who you think is going to win the race tonight. Obviously, we have a lot of fast guys out already, a lot of cars wrecked. So
I had
it's
to extend
making
the caution because iRacing had a weird glitch where it trapped a lot of people a lap down.
Gotcha. Okay, but as I was saying, just this race is definitely smelling like a new winner tonight. So initiate Gamba, please. You know what's crazy? I was watching the Coke series the other day, and they did like a really similar gambling question that we had done in the past. And I was just thinking, like, there's no way that, I mean, obviously they probably, I'm not the smartest guy, so it's not like I'm coming up with crazy original ideas, but it was kind of cool to see that they were doing similar stuff like that we had done in the past. But looks like the field is getting set. Are we doing choose cone? Oh, we did choose cone that time by, so there are a lot of cars on the inside lane. Holy crap.
There we go.
Why
are there so many cars on the inside lane?
Because when the caution came out, it just made iRacing have a stupid moment and trapped from Johnson down to Higginbotham, all the lap down.
Got it.
We changed that. Salmon down to Higginbotham, all lap down.
Someone says 28 Ledger def gonna win. You know what? It might happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Sitting 9th place now. Have cars flying out left and right, and pace cars off to the left, and we're about to restart here for stage 2. Bellinger getting that car rolling on the bottom lane there with John Connor to his outside. Bellinger out in front of the field. John Connor's going to slide in behind the 88 in front of Joe Gibbons to secure second spot. Outside lane's falling apart just a bit. Noah Hunt's going to hope to slide down in front of Lisby. He just does just that. Field's really thinned out now with the amount of wrecks and cautions we had there in that first stage. But we are back racing now here in stage 2, taking a quick peek now at the track temperature as the sun
5 degrees.
continues to come down. Track temperature sitting at 85, although the air temperature has come down a little bit.
There we go. little squirrely out front. I don't know if these guys are bumping each other a little bit too much, or if it's just an aerodynamic thing. But it seems like they get really squirrely coming through that dry oval when they're drafting with each other.
I want to say it's a mixture of both.
Yeah. But I would really worry.
In the corners, for sure, you get that air off your spoiler, you're loose and spinning.
I would be really cautious of net code. I got net coded in the IndyCar series the other day by a neighborhood. I don't know if you saw the replay on it, but there was like 2 tire lengths between me and another car, and it sent me spinning. So net code is really bad lately. I'd be concerned about it, and who knows if that is part of what we've been seeing tonight.
Yeah, and a quick shout out for our new driver of the 25 car, James Hebert, driving that 25 Chevy. We'll go on board with Hebert real quick here. Looks like the car's pretty clean, riding 6th spot, up 7 spots from the start of this race. So,
according to his name on the entry list, he's Canadian, so it's probably a bear.
A bear, okay.
Yeah. It's
well, it depends on what
French
part of
Canadian thing.
kind of is he? Yeah, but is he from French Canada or is he from normal Canadian?
Oh.
Either like Timmy Hoosie or don't, Mr. Hebert.
Man, what a beautiful shot there. Seeing the sun slide down underneath the horizon. Still have a bit of daylight left. Don't know if I'm sure we'll go into under the lights at one point, right? This race, you think we'll make it under the lights?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, we gotta pull him up in the next time we get a caution. We gotta pull up Mr. Hebert into the booth.
You know, I was about to say Herbert the second I looked at it, but I was like, "There's no R," so let me think about how to say
Yeah, you're kind of missing the R there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know there's a family around Nîmes here that they were called Hebert, but I can't remember if it was just one E. So, but he's French Canadian. I will say that you can get good poutine in Montreal. You can. I will say that.
I will say, so as we ride around now, you know, 13 laps into the second stage, if you have wrecked out at this point, you're one of the fast guys that have wrecked out. It's kind of this stage of the race where you're really kicking yourself, because like you're like, man, these guys are just logging laps, they're riding, they're getting comfortable. Why couldn't I just like been a little bit more patient, you know, been a little bit more cautious there, and just made it to this part of the race where everyone has kind of calmed down, and now they're just worried about getting around the track until the end of this thing. So obviously a lot of guys, it wasn't up to them, it wasn't their fault, they're kind of caught up and stuff. But for me personally, whenever I wreck out of a super speedway race, it's always frustrating to see this part of the race where people seem to calm down and get around the track safely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true, and that's exactly what I was trying to do in the race the other night. Just kind of hang in the back and you know, hope for the best. And well, it worked in the Cup race at Michigan, but it didn't work in last night's race. So you got to get caught up in something. It's just luck. It's just how it is. So it's a crapshoot. Every race is a crapshoot. These guys here, there's that little tricky transition right there with that double white line, and you see Ledger hit that white line and go up the track.
Yeah, just got tight there. Looks like we have some lap traffic coming up too. Bellinger's gonna have to figure out how he wants to take this field through around the lap traffic rather, but see Michael Deitch there on the bottom, gonna give the outside lane to the leaders here.
Yep, he's going all the way down to the apron.
Hey,
I
you
was
know
doing the same thing.
You know, what he just did, okay, obviously a very safe maneuver by Deitch, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. Other than being on the apron on the entry of one, but other than that, yeah.
But at his speed, though, he was safe about it. It was all under control. I got penalized for doing that.
Oh, Deitch into, who's that there? Caleb Carter.
Wow. I don't
It
know.
looks, it looked like Dice just got arrow tight and just
Yeah.
drifted and drifted.
But they're gonna lose the draft now. That's really rough for those guys.
I just been having all kinds of problems tonight. A lot of guys struggling with this new setup. The new update on these cars are not making a lot of people feel happy.
Yeah.
One guy who's happy about it is Ballinger right now because he's been out in front of this thing for a while. Now, the last time we saw Ballinger in victory lane or on the podium was literally right after his incident, which almost took his life. And I think he came out and I think he won right after that, did he not?
Who?
I don't think it was a week. I think it was a week after. I don't know, I
It was
could
a
be
few
wrong,
weeks
though.
after his incident, but and he's been kind of beat up and caught up in other people's mess for the last few races, and here he is again out front. And if I remember right, that was the same type of track, was it not? Mile and a half, or
No, I believe so.
that 88 car is right. You can hear that thing. He is not lifting the throttle on that thing at all.
Caution's out
Oh!
here. But we have a car around. I believe that's his ledger there.
Hey, Legger.
Well, now you're halfway through this caution.
See
Yeah,
Joe Wright on
halfway
the
through
back
this-
of the 2820. It just gets loose all by himself, and that thing just goes around on him.
Loose neck code? I don't know.
So, I'll come clean and say I had a very similar experience to that last week when I was running an official here. I kept my qualifying set on for the race, and that thing was on a razor's edge for majority of the race. So definitely can be done, especially if your setup is starting to get pretty loose on throttle. Mid corner, you definitely can have that rear end kick out from underneath you. Do you guys ever sign up for a race, you do your qualifying, and then you go to the bathroom and forget to set or switch it to your race set?
Yeah, that's happened before. I went upstairs to get some water, and my wife started talking to me, and I started getting into the conversation. And I went downstairs, and I saw the old forfeit, and I was like, nah. So, yeah, I went down there, and I missed the entire race.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's happened. That's happened to me before. Or I started checking my phone, and next thing you know, I hear green, 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 and I never got on the grid, so I had to start from the pits. Yeah. You name every dumb maneuver in iRacing, and I can guarantee I've done most of them.
Yeah, let me go back and see. So Legger he kind of just wrecked on his own there. Did he collect anyone else here?
He got Joel a little bit, but other than that, I don't think he got anybody else.
Yeah, just
Yeah, he
Joe.
got Joe pretty good.
Okay, so just Joe there. Almost had an Arca brake situation there, but I have some guys
I will.
coming back down pit lane to get some more damage fixed. And I believe this is Choose Cone this time.
Yep.
Bunch of guys coming back on the track. Side by side behind the pace car. These guys are going to be getting every last bit of work done. We forgot to bring up Mr. Hubert. Shoot.
Who's that?
We forgot to bring up Mr. Hubert, the driver of the 25. Now we have to wait for another caution.
All right, pace car lights are off here. We'll be rolling to green flag. Tyler Bellinger will be in charge of the restart here on the inside lane. Noah Hunt starting just above him on the outside with Lisby behind. Green flag back in the air here at Atlanta. Bellinger getting off to a great jump there. Clear of the outside lane and cleared by his pushing partner there in the bottom lane, John Connor, by about half a car. Coming into turn one, John Connor does well to get back to the bumper of the 88, pushing him down onto the backstretch here. Outside lane only has 3 cars, so they're gonna need more energy on that top side to get it rolling here. Inside, definitely preferred line as we resume here about halfway through the second stage.
These guys are starting to get a little bit squirrely. I don't know if that sun is starting to cause a bit of havoc on them coming down that tri-oval or not. Let's go on board with somebody as they come off turns 3 and 4. I'd really like to see if the sun is hitting them in the eyes. Because I noticed they've been getting a little squirrely when they come off the oval. Let's go on board with some. All right, here it is right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Got a
yeah,
big-
it's just...
On exit of 4 there, have a little bit of a flashbang coming off the banking there onto the front stretch through the dog leg.
Yeah.
But
just enough to knock your timing off. It only hits them for a second, but if you think about it, that's right where you're trying to hit your mark. So that's yeah, you're trying to get the good exit, and that's hitting you. Luckily, it won't be much longer, and that sun will be gone. And then we're gonna see the lights come on, the track temperature go down, and the speeds are gonna go up. The first 10 cars are only 0.6 of a second apart, so
yeah, really tight
that's pretty
there.
impressive. Yeah. There's Gibbons trying to work his way back forward, still in 3rd spot right now, and here comes a 25 up
Yep.
behind him.
How about James Hebert up 9 spots, rolling in the 4th spot. He's having an excellent first race here.
Oh, now we definitely got to talk to him, find out where he came from. Shows up for his first race, super competitive.
We should ask him if he wants to be 51st state.
You know, it's funny as I was kind of thinking something like that too. But yeah, you know, yeah, it's yeah, what a mess. It's amazing how the little people always pay the price.
Just some light fun up in the booth, but back to the racing. Bellinger's still out ahead with Connor pushing him here. Entire field, almost the entire field, about single filed out. Lisby, Hunt moving to the outside of Lisby here, but unless he gets some assistance, he's gonna fall back and slide back behind this 44.
I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the 8 car. Joe's showing a lot of patience right now.
Yep, and he was a pole sitter, so you know that. He has
Yeah,
a lot of speed
he's
in that
fast.
car.
Yep. He's keeping back far enough where he's in the draft, but he's not danger close. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. And look at that, the 44 of Lisby, he's back up into 6th spot right now. His car looks like it's fixed from the close call he had earlier. And if we have another caution, that's going to put the 48 car back on the lead lap. So that's going to be a fast car. And then Covarrubias will be after that. So if we have 2 cautions, there are going to be 2 very fast cars joining this race.
Yep, and obviously, you know, we have the stage caution coming up, so there is a guaranteed caution for TK if he's able to keep that car clean and on just a lap down before that comes out. But definitely seen a lot of cars flare out left and right coming off the exit of these corners. So always a possibility of another wreck before we reach the end of stage 2. But just over 10 laps left here in this second stage. See the track starting to get very dark now. Sun's creeping behind the grandstands, no longer shining on the track surface, so the lights should be coming on soon. But track temps might be dropping in a big way now too.
It won't
So like
take long.
85.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's see how long it takes. But it's more of a comfort thing for the drivers. It's one less thing the drivers have to be distracted about. You're drafting, we said it before, it's like a little miniature Daytona here, only 1.5 miles instead of 2 miles. And the reaction time that you have here is less than at Daytona. So that's why you see more than one car get involved in some of these wrecks. And I got to be honest with you, I don't think we've seen the big one yet. So that's why you're seeing guys like Jim Mott still out there. Jim is now up to 15th position. There's Zach Johnson.
Oh, Johnson
Oh,
pushed
no.
hard in the rear there, gets squirrely, and a bit of an impact there to the outside wall, though he keeps it rolling and we're still green, but he's going to lose the draft there. Completely my fault up in the booth for going in car with him there. I should have thought better of that. Definitely
The
caused
announcer's curse.
It
that
really is.
incident
That's
there.
twice. That's twice a day. I was talking about the 68 and Covarubia before, and what happened? 30 seconds later, he was spinning. So it's it is the announcer's curse. So if you want me to talk about a driver, well, all you have to do is sign up to my PayPal account, donate money, and I'll curse whoever you need me to. Now, I'm not sure what's going to be going on because I'm going to be away for the next 2 weeks.
Mm.
So I might have to do it from abroad. The time difference won't be that bad this time. So
Well,
We'll
it'll
have
be
to see what
Chicago street course and Sonoma, so 2 road courses. So
oh, you won't miss me.
if you have to sit it out, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll get Austin Runkle. Austin Runkle was in the booth last night. So good to hear him last night. And TK does a hell of a job in the booth as well. I don't know if you guys caught that. So we got a couple of drivers who have been doubling as commentators, and I'm a commentator that tries to be a driver every once in a while. So it's 2 differences.
Yep, and we see the leaders coming up on Michael Deitch again. He's going to drop low to the inside and allow the lead pack here to slide over the top. And caution's out.
Caution
Looks
is
like
out.
we have an incident somewhere on the track. Don't see anything in this lead group. Showing Zach Johnson. He's just got loose off of 4 and the car went around on him.
I think Zach might be feeling the sufferings of him hitting that wall before. So, and that's why the caution came out right there. I just couldn't get going. Once you spin in these, once you spin in these cars, those tires get hot. You can't go anywhere. You have to baby that throttle. Wow. First of all, I don't know how he saved that first shot time around. That was an unbelievable save to keep that car from hitting the wall.
You know, if I lost a draft too, I would do that, but all right. Well,
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh man.
No, it's definitely easy to do that around here, especially getting back on throttle on exit of 4. But you know, honestly, that was best case scenario for Johnson there. Stays on the lead lap, able to come in and get some possible damage repair, and he'll be back up with the field here with a little bit of a shootout here to end stage 2. So blessing in disguise for the 45. Just has a little bit of shot to the ego for the self spin, but you know, easy to get over that when you get
At least
some
he did body shift.
benefits there.
Yeah, he said he was in third gear trying to get it back going, but it just did nothing but spin the tires.
Zach, one of the nicest guys of the group, met Zach down in Charlotte. Him and his girl. Zach's huge. He's like 6'3" or something. He's tall.
It looks like who is in the Twitch chat? Do you guys know Neo Dart Def? Is that Ledger?
That's
Yes.
Ledger.
Okay. He said fix. He's all fixed. So he should be good to come
Right.
back out.
I can decipher it.
He said fix report up.
Yeah, he was at a minute 30. Yep, he's all fixed.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. What an interesting dynamic that we
He's
have
still-
drivers in
still
the
s-
chat giving us updates on their repairs and on incidents
Yeah.
occurring on the track while they're driving.
Yeah, and TK back on the lead lap.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, Covarubia will be the next one to get his lap back. So we're gonna have a stage in full laps, or 3 laps, not even 2 laps. So he'll be back on the lead lap. So
Yeah, honestly, that caution was big for a lot of different drivers there.
Yeah.
TK able to get him back on the lead lap, also getting damage repaired, and he's gonna have more of a possibility to get damage repaired there at the stage end. And we just had the lights come on, I think.
yep, they
Yep.
did.
Connor just came over the radio saying flashbang.
Oh yeah,
Flashbang.
Yeah,
from the
because when you're
lights.
least expecting it, when the lights turn on, it just flashes you, so it's a flashbang.
The flow. Yeah. Okay, now I know what you're saying. I'm a little slow. I'm northeast.
Well, I mean, you're old also.
I am.
All right, pace car is off. Have a bit of a shoot about 3 laps in this second stage. Inside lane is going. 97 of John Connor pushing 88 hard there, separating themselves from the rest of the field. Kind of a sluggish start from the rest of the field other than the top 2 cars there. But Lisby going to be dropping down behind these top 2 with Joe Gibbons just behind him. Got some guys getting racy in the back. Jay Simmons to the outside of Noah Hunt here. Have the outside forming up just a bit there. See the 2 cars trying to get something rolling there on the outside to contest with this front row here, but need a little bit more help to get it done. 2 laps
I just
left
need a couple
now
more
in this
cars.
stage. Yep, just a couple more. But Bellinger still in command. But Connor and then Hebert behind them both. That car's flaring out through 3 and 4, tagging the wall tiny bit there. Last lap now here. Bellinger still in command of this field in the first spot. Outside lane non-existent, so if any move is going to come from directly behind Bellinger here, though. It looks like Connor's content in pushing the 88 here down the backstretch. Hunt looking for some sort of action on the outside. He's not going to get much, just a little bit of side draft there, but Bellinger going to be crossing the line. Hebert doing his best to take the second spot, though. Looks like he's going to still finish third in this second stage. John Connor within the second position. Bellinger will be the winner here for the second stage. And now
That was
caution
the
is
stage.
out. What's that? Sorry.
Okay.
Here,
So
let's
now
see,
Michael Deitch is going to start getting his laps back.
No, it'd be Cobra Rubia first.
Well, yeah, Kobarubi he'll get his lap back now. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So he's back on the lead lap. He's only going to be in. I mean, he's still in 13th. So
all right, I'm gonna pull
this is
James
going to be good.
Hebert into the booth here for a quick chat. That's how
Make
we
sure
think
he's not-
we should say it, right? Hebert.
Hey, Bear.
Oh, hey bear.
Hey, Bear.
Hey bear. All right, we'll let him get into his stall first. Nailed it. Okay. See Carth Griswold slide through his stall just a bit.
What is his sponsor on that car? What's Hebert's sponsor?
Looks like it's just a Chevy car.
Oh,
Looks
just
like-
okay. I thought it was something Canadian. All right, let's get him up here.
Yeah. Hey, James, in your booth, you got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so we were having a little bit of a discussion on your last name. Is it Hebert, or Hebert?
It's kind of any one of those combinations. It is a French last name, so it'd be Hebert.
Hebert,
But,
okay.
You know, it's a last name. It's gonna
Oh.
get butchered.
And
Well,
the
you're
only
up.
reason I knew it is because I watched hockey growing up, and there was a goalie for the Anaheim Ducks. His
Yes.
name was Guy Bear.
Yes, that is correct. That is the same last name.
Well, you're doing great here for your first race out. Obviously, there was a lot of carnage early, so finding yourself now sitting P4 up 9 spots. But any game plan, any strategy you have coming to the end of this thing?
Survive.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
number one. I think we're gonna, as we count these laps down. Oh, choose shit. As we get these laps counted down, it's gonna get messier and messier. So it's just gonna be keeping that car clean and staying in this.
James go around Jim.
Oh,
What's
What?
going on?
oh no, you mean
Oh,
for
there he goes.
Caleb's going around.
Oh, I thought you were on the outside, James. My bad.
No.
Oh yeah, no, that's good. I messed up that choose a little bit, but it's all good. We're still in this thing. We're still good. Race
Oh,
control hasn't come to talk to
Ryan-
me yet, so
Ryan has the habit of bringing guys in the booth and then screwing up their choose cone and then penalizing them, putting to the back. He loves doing it.
Yeah.
He jokes about it all
oh
the time.
man,
I got so much going on. I won't even bring people in the booth.
yeah.
Stop
I was
saying
just
that,
like,
Bill.
have
Yeah,
I been moved yet?
Have what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Uh,
Alright,
I
man.
just want to say, hey, welcome to the league, man, and good luck to you.
Yep,
Oh, I got you. Sorry, there's a lot of chatter going on. Take it easy. Let's
We'll
put a
get
good
you
show
back. Have a good rest of your race. Yeah. That was James Hebert, or what did he say? Sorry.
Hey, Bear.
Hebert.
Hey, Bear.
Hebert.
Just remember,
but
hey,
great
I,
inaugural race for him, up to position 4 as we start our sorry, he's not at position 4, position 7 as we start our final stage here.
Pace car's off.
Yep, pace car is off, and we'll do a quick crank it up. Not a huge field, but just enough to have some fun. Inside line is rolling, Hunt's off, and we'll go to a quick crank it up. All right, coming out of the crank it up there, see James moving up back to P4. A lot of passing there in that front five, but as for Tyler Bellinger, still out in front of this thing.
Now I want to say you probably can split this state or this last stage in half and be set for gas on for the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to ask about the fuel window, but racing has calmed down a little bit. Not a ton. Still have some elbows being thrown, but definitely a possibility
Just
for
laps.
green flag pit stops. So I probably just jinxed it. We'll take a quick look here at the track temp. Track temp has come down 2 degrees. Air temp dropped another 2 degrees there. So, I have studied science for a little bit of my life. Air temp coming down, more horsepower being made, right? That's how it works, right?
Yeah, right?
I don't know, because altitude has something to do with it also.
And I just want to mention too, as I kind of went off there on a tangent, Tyler Bellinger just got dropped off. He completely just got left out to dry. I mean, he has lost almost 8 spots now, being the lead just a lap before. He got out of line for a second, and he has completely been left in the dust. So
Yeah. Well, as good as he's been running, I don't blame those guys for doing that to him.
Yeah.
I like the guy, but if he's in front of me and I get a chance to put him behind me far, I'm gonna do it.
yeah, he finally gets back
I
in
have
line
a
there
feeling-
behind Griswold in 9th position. So
I have a feeling that's not the end of him.
oh no, nope.
But up front, we talked about him earlier, the 35 of Noah Hunt. He's been fast. Now he's out front. First time we've seen lead this year. See what he can do with the lead of this thing. Right now, it's just fall leading down the back straightaway. Top 7 or 8 cars right there. Our pole sitter, Joe Gibbons, he's back in 6th right now. Starting to work his way forward. He's been hanging out all night long. In front of him is Connor Lisby, Haybear, and Mr. Carter. It's good to see Carter
Mr. Cat
getting a decent lap. Yeah, it's good to see him getting some good laps in.
But yeah, our leader 35, Noah Hunt, no stage wins, no wins, only 2 top 5s throughout the season. So it would be a huge win for him tonight in that Pepsi car.
Yeah,
And get
right
this:
now
the
he's
person that has the fastest lap is the guy that's sitting in 10th, Mr. Jonathan Lager.
wow.
Yeah, that's about
Nope.
5 thousandths over Garth.
Yeah. Jonathan always gets caught up in something here, but I mean, he's got like a 2600 I rating or something like that. So he must be doing something right somewhere.
See Bellinger pop out of line there, trying to get some sort of run going here. Jay Salmon decides to move up as well behind the 88. 88 has a couple cars, several cars formed up behind him. They're going to try to be moving up, making a bit of
It worked.
progress here on this inside lane. Now about even with T-Bear, but still actually a little bit behind there coming down the front stretch, though they are getting some good side draft here coming through 1 and 2. So
Yeah,
Bellinger
but you
on
know
a
what?
mission to work his way back to the front of this thing after getting completely left in the dust.
I gotta tell you something right now. TK is in danger. There is blood in the water, and he's being surrounded by sharks right now. He's out of the draft, and he's
Yeah.
dropping rapidly, and he's about to go a lap down. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he received damage or something, but he's just dropping like a rock.
I think he's still working on all the damage he's gotten throughout the
He's
race.
still,
Yeah.
I mean, really, I mean, if he goes down a lap, he's just going to get it back if there's another caution. But the problem is we have a lot less cars running, so the chances of cautions coming out are starting to get lower and lower. So
Mhm.
it's starting to get nerve-wracking.
Yep, and Bellinger, even with the second position car now in that outside lane, so he has led this outside row back up to nearly the front of this thing. And, they're honestly looking a little bit more formed up than that inside. See, no Hunt jump to the outside and block
Whoa!
the momentum of the 88. 88 has to check it up. That's causing that outside lane to have that accordion effect just a bit. But back up to the front now. Noah Hunt dropping down to the bottom again to block the inside or gain the push from the 4-car Caleb Carter on the inside. But good job stalling the run there on the outside. Might have to do it again here on this back stretch. Looks like the outside lane will need another lap to get that momentum going again.
And it's hard to stay to the rear end of the car in
Oof.
front of you at this track because
Caleb Carter getting really tight there. Go on board with Carter here, doing his best to push our leader, Noah Hunt. He's trying to poke out, get some clean air on that front bumper. See him get sucked up here down the front stretch, giving a little bit of a tap to Noah Hunt. This is where he got really tight last lap. See if the car behaves a little bit more, able to get down to the line here. So since that outside lane showed a lot of promise, moving all the way up to the leaders, contesting for the lead there, having the leader actually having to throw a block there to hold on to the lead, they have fallen a bit. Oh, and Carter floats up again through 1 and 2, almost getting clipped there by Hebert, but caution's out. We have cars
Whoa,
spinning.
caution out. Big wreck.
Big wreck there.
Looks like maybe Jim Mott was involved.
Man, it looks like Tyler Bellinger also involved there. See Jay Salmon trying to push the 88. Gets him loose on the backstretch.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oof.
Wow.
We've seen that a couple times from the 67, just trying to push the car in front of him. And, when they're moving around left and right, it can be hard to time that push, but we'll go on board with Salmon there.
Ballinger just can't buy a break. Yeah, when the guy's getting loose like that, you gotta get off of him. You know? I don't think it was intentional.
Yeah, there's just a lot of energy in the car there on the exit of 2. So
But it might have been it might have been him just taking the air off of it.
yeah.
Because I don't really see a bump. I don't know if he just gets loose. So
Yeah,
tough
you're
break,
exactly
man.
right. But this is going to allow a lot of cars to come down pit lane. Don't know if they can make it quite yet on fuel pitting here, but we do have several guys staying out as well. 25 of Hebert, who we just spoke with a minute ago, electing to stay out, as well as Deitch and Krozak. I think Deitch was hoping for a wave around here, but
Interesting to see what happens. Look who's out front.
Yep, our friendly neighborhood James Hebert will be the leader of this race, starting the outside lane. Still no help for James here on the outside row. Everyone's elected.
He's got somebody coming. He's got Connor coming up.
So John Connor, 97, who did a pretty solid job pushing Bellinger to the end of that second stage, will be on the outside lane with James there. But other than that, a lot of cars lining up to the inside. But here's my prediction. So James and Connor are going to jump on the outside. They're going to clear the inside road, slide down in front, and we're going to go single file into one. That's my guess.
I can see that happening. Now Jay gets the same launches, or times of launch with James, and is able to push Caleb to keep them up with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Carter, Hebert, Connor, Salmon, and Hunt. Your top 5.
Yep, pace car is off again. The leader is on the outside row there, and he gets a huge, huge.
Oh,
punt
both of these
by,
guys.
Connor there. What an awkward start to this thing. You see Caleb Carter getting a good jump on the bottom lane there. And he and James are side by side through 1 and 2. He's actually gonna take the lead here on the exit
He needs to
of,
slide
of
down.
2.
There you go.
Wow, so an amazing start
Smart
by the
move.
4 car there.
Yeah, he was starting to lose
I don't even
track.
know if, sorry, go ahead.
He was starting to lose ground, and he needed to get down quick, and he just barely made it in between him and the car behind him, the 97 of Connor. So he's lucky he got that spot when he did. Now,
Yeah, I was gonna say
those guys should have pulled away.
I don't even know if James Hebert went or if he just got shoved to go.
He just got shoved from Connor.
Yeah, like I don't think that restart was on Hebert. He just kind of was rolling and then he got shoved and he's like, damn, I might as well just get going now then.
It should have been on Aber because he was leading.
Yep.
When they came to choose.
But
Well, it didn't work out that bad for him right now. He's in second place, but he's got plenty of time. So he's smart right now. He just keep doing what he's doing. Stay behind that car. Now, that 4 car, he's full throttle. That 25 car, he's not. He can probably go half to 3/4 throttle. Some points even down to quarter throttle behind another car in front of him. But Connor, I think, is having a little trouble staying on the bottom, and that's going to benefit Hebert because he's going to be able to get underneath him. Let's see what happens here. Still have plenty of time left in this race.
you see the damage on the front of Connor's car there from that restart. He flew into the back of that 25 car by about 10 mile per hour difference. So there's a huge impact there at the restart.
These guys are packed up right there. I love watching that. And now that the lights are starting to come on, you're starting to see the paint glimmer a little bit. It's going to start getting exciting. I wish it gets a little bit darker by the end of this thing, but I don't know. We only have about 41 laps to go-ish.
42. You're close.
42 laps. Yeah, we're close. So we'll see what happens. But I'm loving some of the racing I'm watching out of the 4th and the 5th spot. Guy Hunt and Lisby. Gibbons has been hanging on back there. He kind of got shuffled back early, hasn't been able to get back up there. And look who has come back from that latest incident is Ballinger. He's working his way forward. So isn't Krauschek. We were talking about him where he was on the verge of going a lap down. Now all of a sudden he's got the damage fixed. He's super competitive and he's up to 8th. coming off of the turn 2 down that back straightaway. 4 car of Carter getting a little bit of a gap right there, and 25 is going to close that in real quick in the corner. No. We have time to watch the handling of these cars get worse. Those tires are going to start wearing off. Everybody can make it to the end of this race at this point. They should be able to. If you can't make it now, then that's on you, because we've had enough cautions.
I'm not quite sure about Bear because he didn't come down when our last caution.
Yep, he stayed out. I'll take a quick look at the hit strategy graphic here. Yeah, he bears on 32 laps now for his stint.
That's definitely gonna be a long run for him. He might run out before the end of the race.
Yeah, it's pushing it. Oh, man. Although a caution or two, he'll be all right. So, don't forget, he's not going full throttle as well either. So, he is saving fuel as we speak.
We are getting racy back here. Bellinger trying to do his best to get this 88 machine back up to the front of this thing. Has Garth Griswold in the 99 just in front of him. Gonna have to find some guys to work together. Potentially TK, Sam in there, Deitch. Deitch is actually still numerous laps down, but he's really in the midst of this pack here. So awkward position for the 57 there.
Well, he's coming out of here with the top 12.
Yep. Yeah,
Or if Jim gets around him, he'll be 13th.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And there was a little bit of a checkup, maybe. The top 3 now pulling away from the rest of the pack. Noah Hunt actually able to join the top 3 here for this mini group up front, but looks like the rest of the pack should be able to get sucked back up to them, though. It looks like Connor sliding down in front of Lisby. They're very dangerous to do that there on an exit of the corner, but
yeah,
able to get it done cleanly.
Well, sometimes when you're going through those corners, that car starts sliding up and down a little bit, and your car does a maneuver like that you didn't mean it to, and
yeah,
it's very difficult to hold on to. These cars do not handle like they used to as well, so first time we've seen them on this package at this track.
Yep, and again, see that damage there to the front of John Connor's car that we mentioned earlier. Oh, we had a car on the apron. Bellinger looks like he's going around. He's sliding down the front stretch here onto the grass. So just a single car spin for now. He's going to be able to get it rolling here. So
that was the same maneuver we saw from...
Green flag is still out. No caution. Really unfortunate break there for Bellinger. Gonna have to get that thing back up to speed and hopefully it doesn't go lap down here.
These guys are starting to fight the ill handling. Now that they're going just a little bit faster with the cooler air, the cars are starting to handle a little bit different. Really starting to see how dark it's starting to get. Paint's starting to glimmer a little bit more. Starting to get more racy. This is the excitement of this track, and unfortunately, Bellinger just went the lap down. Yep. However, don't sweat it, because I don't think we're done with that yellow flag just yet, and that's going to put him right back on the lead lap. So, as long as he keeps his cool, he's going to be just fine.
Yeah, we have cars contesting for third spot. See John Connor slide up with Noah Hunt there, boxing out James Bear, and he's going to be stuck on the outside lane here. He's going to get passed by several cars. You see Bellinger there, who's, again, not on the lead lap here, working with this front pack here. And Griswold also trying to get up around the 25 of Hebert. Hebert has some good speed on the outside lane, though, unless he finds a spot there on the bottom row. he might be falling back quite a bit here.
Yeah, I would think that now that it's getting cooler, that outside line would be working a little bit better than what it is.
Yep, I mean, there's definitely speed up on the top side. You just have to get enough people to commit to it and stick with it. And from what we're seeing now, it seems like mostly people are comfortable running this bottom groove here. But yeah, if you slip out of line for just a second and allow that car to get under you, you're gonna move back in a big way.
These guys are soaring back and forth on those wheels now. A lot of these guys use direct drive wheels, and the force that they have on their forearms throughout this entire race is pretty significant. It's every lap. This track is not that smooth, so the fatigue is starting to set in on the drivers at home, and you're going to see the cars start slipping and sliding a little bit more, especially with only 20 laps to go, a little bit less than that. So, well, yeah, right about it. So it's
we need to go now.
yeah. So it's this is when the nerves start kicking in. Plus, out front, we have a couple of first-time guys going for their first wins. Carter, Hunt, Connor, Griswold, Gibbons, Lisby, Haybear, TK won pretty recently. Salmon, Ledger. Can you imagine if John Ledger wins a race tonight? Holy crap. So there's a lot of first-time opportunities in this race tonight. And right now, they're looking pretty racy. This top 5 right here, I think they're clicking off the laps. But if you're watching the end of this race go down, you know how many laps we have left. When do you start making your move? At what lap?
It's tough because you don't want to do it too early. Seems like a lot of people are content running this bottom line here. So we saw guys like Hubert and earlier Bellinger, before he went lap down, had a very similar experience to lose the lead. So I think you just have to, you have to have some sort of communication with the guys around you to get formed up and get an outside lane going. And I want to give that at least 10, 15 laps to get formed up, get into a rhythm, and really contest for the lead here. But really, again, it's just up to if you can get enough guys joined up with you. We'll take a brief look at the manufacturers here. Don't know, sometimes for the super speedways, the guys like to group up based off manufacturers. We have a Chevy in the lead, Toyota in second, Ford in third. So top 3, all different manufacturers. But then behind them, we have 4 Chevys in a row. So very possible they could be in a radio channel together, trying to get some sort of strategy, some sort of move done here to get control of this lead. But laps ticking down, 24 laps to go now until the end of this race. And Caleb Carter, our leader currently. And reminder, Joe Gibbons, our pole sitter, sitting 5th spot. So we know that it's a fast race car. He just needs to get a little bit more forward and a little bit more help there on that outside lane to move up, contend for the lead.
Yeah, him and Garth just made a move to go to the outside line, just try to do something, but it just died.
Oh, trying to set up something over here and it's driving me out of it. All right. Carter, Hunt. Which one of these guys has the most laps on their tires?
They're even.
They are. Pretty much all that top group except
no.
for Haber.
Yep. I mean, as far as the night goes, though, Caleb Carter has had a doozy of the evening. He's been in the pit lane 7 times between getting service done, repairs done, tires changed, fuel added. So he is loving life now that he's at the front of this thing after all that carnage early. But
What do you think, boys? Who are you picking with 20 to go?
oh man,
Yes.
It would have been easier to pick on lap 1, right?
yeah. I mean,
So
it's not that I think Caleb Carter is so dominant. I just don't think this field will be aggressive enough to get some sort of line formed up on the outside to contest for this lead. I mean, I could be proven wrong here, but they need to get going now if they want to have some sort of advantage coming to the last 15 laps of this race.
I gotta be honest with you, anybody in the top anybody on the lead lap at this point can win the race. Anybody on the lead lap. It's we have some fast cars throughout this, and I think these guys are just gonna wait till about 10 laps to go before it starts getting really racy.
In my opinion, if Noah was smart, he'd be laying back a little bit more than what he is to try and get them runs off the corner to time it perfect so we can get around Carter to win the race.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a viable strategy, allowing the leader to kind of float out a little bit too far from the rest of the pack. They lose all of their momentum, all of their energy, and then you kind of just all kind of engulf them and go around them. Obviously, it'll be up to Carter to throw a big block at that point, and God knows what will happen after that's done. But
Can anybody else hear Noah Hunt going? Shit. Oh man, yeah, it would be cool to see either one of these guys win this race. I mean, even Lisby. I mean, Lisby's had his ups and downs tonight, so the first time we've really seen him lately be this competitive right off the bat and not get caught up in somebody else's mess. So, and then you have the new guy, Mr. Haybear, the Canadian. You know, I feel bad because for where he's from, the only hockey team they have is the Canadians, and you know, I just feel bad for those people. So I'm gonna pull for the new guy because of that.
Well, it also depends on where in Canada he lives. Also, he could live over in Toronto, also, which is even worse to him because they like to choke in the playoffs.
or Winnipeg.
Wait a minute, Toronto has a hockey team?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Huh. I thought the only Canadian. I thought Toronto was
The Maple Leafs.
North
right?
Minnesota.
No.
Just good. Actually, I have a friend of mine. That's Manitoba country, and a friend of mine lives in Manitoba.
Ooh, John Connor
And
looking under the 35 briefly. I mean, that camera angle made it look a lot tighter, but it looks like Connor was sticking his nose underneath Noah Hunt there.
That line is starting to form up.
Yeah, and it's really awkward because Bellinger's there on the outside lane. He needs a caution to get back on this lead lap, but he's playing ball with the rest of these guys, trying to get that outside lane formed up and moving up on these leaders. But 13 to go now, 12 to go as we cross the line, and John Connor underneath Noah Hunt. This time we saw for a brief second last lap, and
And
Hunt
Noah
is
Hunt's
in the
getting
sucker
stuck
hole.
3 wide.
He's stuck in the middle. He's going to fall back unless he can find a spot line in the top or bottom line, but he's continuing to fall back. So now we have Caleb Carter front of the field, followed by John Connor in a damaged car. Front end's damaged on that thing, so
Man,
he's going to be able to pop out a line, but he's going to lose momentum fast.
that 35
Yeah,
car
yeah.
just got canceled like Bud Light. That was brutal right there.
If
Ugh.
Garth was nice, he would have stayed behind Hunt and worked together with him.
Yep.
But he's just like, nope, we're going to the back.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you let him go to the back? He's been incredibly fast. Get him out, you know. Who would you
Yeah.
rather race? Would you rather race a pimped out Camaro, or would you rather race a guy in a wheelchair?
Ooh,
You know,
Connor
it's-
now looking underneath our leader, the four car of Caleb Carter. Floating up just a little bit too much there, opening the window for a brief second, though. It looks like Connor falls back behind. I'm just curious to see if he has enough speed in that car still with the damage to make a move like that work. But we've seen time and time again, if you are leading this race and you get a little bit tight through the corner, you can be left out to dry very quickly. Coming across the line, 9 to go now. Keep an eye on this front two. 97 is going to have a run on the exit here. Carter doing his best to protect that bottom line there, protect the inside. See 97 kind of give an arch into the corner there. Really trying to get the back of this 4 car upset, moving him up the track.
There he is. Ooh.
Oh,
I'm
we have
starting to get
cars
nervous watching
stacking
this.
up on the outside now. Have Bellinger again, who's a lap down. 88 is a lap down, so he is leading the outside pack. Noah Hunt just behind him. But Bellinger's doing well to side draft. His car is pretty much intact here. He oh, he's getting he's
Oh,
getting
no.
turned there by Noah Hunt. And he's completely going around collecting Garth Griswold and Jim Mott.
And there's the big one.
Man, with 7 to go, have a
I
lap
saw
down
it
car,
happen.
Bellinger, and he's not even gonna get his lap back now because he was directly involved with that caution that came out.
You could see it happening. You really could see it happening. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. I just started saying I'm getting a little nervous, and that is why.
Yep, looks like Bellinger just got a little bit indecisive on what he was gonna do. What goes down and comes back up in front of Noah Hunt there. Going board with Noah Hunt. Yeah. Oh, Salmon hard into the wall there. So a lot of damage for the 67 late in this race. Did Grozak make it through okay?
That's what I'm looking for right now.
What was that?
On
I
board
don't know
with
if
Tyler
TK made
Grozak.
it.
See the drama
He-
happening above him there. He's able to squeak by on the bottom just ever
Wow,
so
nice.
slightly. Able to get underneath the wrecking Bellinger and Mott. So TK on the lead lap on pit lane now will be coming out. I believe it should be coming out around position 9. All right. And I know we mentioned earlier that so James Hubert last pitted lap 92, so he has to be getting close on fuel. 5 laps left. If we go to green white checkered, we might have to check in with him or just check on him basically to see if he pits for more gas, but he is lining up on the inside road for this late restart.
Man, we got Carter and Lisby. Carter, Lisby, Connor, and Ledger. Wow, that's tough for me to say.
Yeah, look at Ledger sitting in the
And-
fourth spot.
Yeah. So it's wow. So man, what is going through the top four's mind right now? Those guys really want to win this bad.
Yep, and pace car lights are off, so we'll restart here and have 4 laps left by the time we get to the line. 44 of Ted Lisby starting on the outside line. 4 car of Caleb Carter will be the initiator of the restart here. And we are green flag again. 4 car gets super loose there.
Spun his
Crazy tire
tires.
spin by the 4 car. That's going to allow Lisby to gain some momentum on the outside, though. It looks like does not have any help from Ledger behind him. Somehow, Caleb Carter able to hold on to the lead, just getting pushed along by John Connor and Hebert there. So great heads up driving by the rest of the field, seeing that 4 car get a little bit loose, able to check up and not completely railroad him down the front stretch. We saw Connor pushing the crap out of the 4 car before that caution came out. He is all over the bumper of Caleb Carter here, looking to the inside. He's going to get to his inside quarter there. Underneath the line might be a little bit questionable. We'll have to go back and look, but
He was forced.
as for now,
that's
it stands. So Caleb Carter now on the outside lane there with Noah Hunt pushing him. Hebert is behind our leader, John Connor. John Connor again has damage on the front of that car, so he might have a little bit of a hard time keeping that pace up with the runs coming behind him. He's going to have to throw some big blocks here. 2 laps to go now here at Atlanta.
Struggling. You can see him struggling for that position right now.
Yep.
He just has too much damage on the front of that car, and now they're setting him up right there. They're going to go blowing by him down this back straightaway.
Yep, Hebert's kind of boxed in here, getting blocked by John Connor. He's sliding up, trying to find some air in that middle row there. Outside lane, side draft in second spot, trying to get up to that lead car. We're coming across the line with our final lap. White flag in the air. Next lap, our next flag ends it. Or actually, we're driving to the checkered here. This is iRacing, so we'll drive to the checkered flag.
This is it.
John Connor still out in front. Outside lane doesn't have the momentum they need coming down the backstretch here. John Connor still in control of this thing. He's gonna have to throw some blocks here, coming to the checkered flag. See Hebert trying to set up some sort of angle here to get a run down the front stretch. John Connor still control. He's gonna win here at Atlanta.
John Connor
97 wins it. 4 car comes in second, and Hebert finishing third.
Wow.
Man, with
A
a damaged
great
car,
race.
damaged front end of that race car, still able to have the speed to finish in first position tonight.
Oh, man. Unbelievable. And talk about a good points run. TK finished 5th. The new guy will be interviewed. The poor Frenchman who only has the Canadians. Wow, what a crazy finish to that. I think Mr. Connor might be a little bit happy. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I mean, we saw him.
I'm
We saw him pushing
guaranteed.
hard all night. He pushed Bellinger across the line for the end of stage 2. Didn't try to throw any dodgy moves or anything crazy. Just he made moves when he had to, had the speed when he needed it, and coming across in position 1 tonight. Great win for the 97 machine. Bringing home a win for Ford at the Super Speedway. So good job by John Connor. Caleb Carter coming second. We'll take a look here at the results.
Wow, what a great finish. Wow, I was just replaying that finish. Unbelievable. Wow.
Let's see. Don't think the results want to come up right now, so I will just
Oh,
read
there
off
they
the
are.
live timing. So finishing first, as I mentioned, John Connor, Caleb Carter second, James Herbert, or sorry, James Hebert third, Noah Hunt fourth, Tyler Krozak fifth, Ted Lisby sixth, Joe Gibbons seventh, Jonathan Ledger eighth, Garth Griswold ninth, Tyler Bellinger 10th, Jay Salmon 11th, Michael Deitch 12th, Jim Mott 13th, Aiden Covarrubia 14th, Zach Johnson 15th, Joe Wright 16th, Hayden Higginbotham 17th, Caleb Sheets 18th, Corey Mott 19th, Ray Gill 20th, Nick Vasquez 21st, Stephen Carlisle 22nd, and the last guy who ran, Mason Hoffner, finishing 23rd tonight. All right, well, looks like everyone already cleared off the track. We didn't get much as far as donuts go, but we'll move on to our post-race interview. First up, our third place car, James Hebert. We'll pull him up into the booth. Hey, James, you're in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, so we just talked to you earlier. Your goal was to survive, and you did, finishing with a podium here tonight. Coming to the line, were you worried that you were going to get, spun or wrecked, or what were you thinking coming to the line here? I'll pull it up on the replay.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look here.
So there you are behind John Connor, who had damage on the front of his car. I was wondering if you were going to try to get some sort of momentum on exit here, but just didn't seem to have the energy. I guess Lisby wasn't pushing you hard enough from behind.
Yeah, it'd be Lisby was not pushing me the 44. I didn't have any help. I couldn't get any sort of run built up, but either way, I was going to stick with that 97. I think things get too messy at the end here if people are making it 3-4 wide at the finish. So, and for the first race, I'll take a P3. I'll take a podium. I'm more than happy with that. So,
yeah, absolutely. And we really thought you were going to come home in second place. Was that side draft pretty crazy there coming to the line, or was that something you were dealing with the entire race?
Yeah, the side draft is pretty powerful if guys know how to do it correctly, and that combined with the very little help from the 44, as you can kind of see hopefully in that broadcast there. There's no help for me, so I had was hoping for a P2, but I'll settle for a P3. And just look forward to next week here. I think we're in Chicago, but looking forward to next week.
Yeah, how do you feel about the road courses coming up? We have Chicago next week, and then Sonoma. Are you a road guy, or how you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, I would say. Chicago, I haven't touched that track in a very long time, so I'm going to be doing a lot of learning here in between these races and see what I can learn, and hopefully I'll have some pace. But I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if I have pace at Chicago.
Very very bumpy track, so be sure to wear your mouth guard going around there. But as for tonight, great job coming home on podium. First race for Mr. Hebert. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of you as the season continues. But
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's your favorite hockey team?
Hockey team, Calgary Flames, man, 100%.
You know what? I'll give him that. I'll give him Calgary Flames. I'll give him the Flames.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'll give him the Flames. All right. Hey, you know what? You're all right, kid. You're all right. Dunkin' Donuts or Timmy Who's?
I mean, come on, man. That's got to be Tim Hortons.
All right. Okay. All right.
I mean, it's still a Canadian team that chokes in the playoffs, so
I cannot wait to land in Vancouver in 2.5 days so I can immediately get a Timmy Who's croissant with the sausage and cheese cooked so perfectly, and the chili, and oh man, I cannot wait to go to. Am I right, bro?
Oh,
Am I right?
100%. I don't want to make
All
this one
right.
too long here, but you're gonna get what we call a Wayne Gretzky coffee up here. Do you know what that
Oh
is?
yeah. I haven't tried the Wayne Gretzky. What's the Wayne
The
Gretzky?
Wayne Gretzky. You know, a double double, 2 cream, 2 sugar. Wayne
Yeah.
Gretzky, 99 man, 9 cream, 9 sugar.
Holy crap.
It's a joke,
That,
just to be clear.
that might kill Bill.
Yeah. That's instant diabetes right there. Well,
That's
hey,
diabetes and gas.
congratulations on a great run, brother. That was awesome to watch.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely got to go take a shower for this one. A little sweaty. That was a good one though. Definitely enjoyed that race.
All right,
We'll
man.
see you next
have
week.
a good rest of your evening, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Take it easy, guys.
That was James Hubert, driver of the 25 car, his inaugural race tonight at CJR. So great job by him, able to get it done here and come home on the podium. Next up, we have a driver of the 4 car, Caleb Carter. Kind of stole one here at the end. Did well to side draft James. They were coming off of 4. We'll pull him into the booth. Mr. Carter in the booth, you got us?
Yep.
Hey man, so I feel like you were up in the leaders or towards the front, falling in the back. You kind of got caught up in some stuff there early in this race too, right?
Yeah, I did. Got
Yeah.
caught up in about 2 or 3 wrecks and wasn't fun.
Yeah, so great job fighting back here. Watching the white flag lap here coming around. We were just talking to James. He was hoping to get some more help from Lisby here to get up to John Connor, but not able to do it. Looked like coming through 1 and 2 and then through 3 and 4, you did well to side draft the 25 coming to the line. Were you hoping for a little bit more of a push from Noah there? What were you thinking coming to the end here?
Yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more of a push from Noah. I was hoping he would get up to my back bumper, but I saw how far back he was, and I knew that all I could do at that point was just side draft. That's all I had left in me, so I didn't have any teammates at that point, which I have to give credit where credit is due. John did an absolute amazing job on that pass on me, getting to my inside, because I think that was that's what won him the race right there.
Yeah.
Because as much as I was trying to manage the line, I was trying to keep it to the bottom as much as I can, and he pulled it off to perfection. Once that happened, I just didn't have any help.
Yeah, we saw that a couple times. I mean, it happened to Bellinger. Someone got underneath him and he got shuffled to the back. And then again, it happened to who else did it happen to there? I believe it happened to Noah Hunt, who was in first, and then he got shuffled to the back. So if you were in the lead of this race, it was really tough to keep that car painted on the bottom. Just getting the shove from behind, getting you a little bit tight up the track, allowing the guy to come underneath you. But good job coming home P2 tonight. How are the vibes? I mean, I looked in the Discord a little bit. It seemed like there's a lot of upset drivers. How are the guys feeling after this race? Is everyone kind of feeling better now that it's over, or what are you expecting going into Chicago?
Going into Chicago, I feel like that's an unknown for me. At least as a track, I have a lot of experience there, but at least in a cup car, I feel like I'll be good. I've improved on the road courses. My last road course that we ran here, I finished P5. So I think that I'm in a good spot as long as I keep the nose clean. That's really just what it is about Chicago, just keeping your nose clean and playing the strategy right. I believe that if I can do that, that I'll be in a good shot to win, hopefully, and make good on what happened tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to allude to. It seemed like there might be some tempers flaring at Chicago next week, but normally guys can cool off by then. Obviously, whenever you go to a super speedway, a lot of BS can happen. So I know we had that early, but I guess people have some scores to settle next week. But as for you, good job coming home P2 tonight. You said you're feeling okay about Chicago. How about Sonoma after that?
I feel like Sonoma should be a challenge, but really, for me, when it comes to road courses, as long as as long as I can keep consistent laps going, I'm usually pretty good at just picking off people as I go once people start falling off. Like what happened at Coda, and that was finally my first time ever really running Coda.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as long as I just keep a clean race, keep to myself, and just work on picking off one by one, depending on where I qualify, I think that Chicago and Sonoma can both be at least top 5 runs for me.
Well, awesome, man. Well, so other than tonight, you just had one top 5, so this is a great points night for you. Hopefully, you
Yeah.
can continue the momentum, and any shout outs you want to give before you head out?
Once again, I think I want to give a shout out to John and James. Those two race me great people. I want to give a shout out to Blinks Designs. He's the one who made my paint scheme and all of its glory. And also, I want to just give a shout out to Racing Pride, Trevor Project. And I want to give a shout out to Josh Stoltz because he's been helping me when it comes to running this league. And he's been helping me a lot in terms of, I guess, just getting adjusted with these sets and stuff like that. So I think that's where a lot of my thanks would go to.
All right. Well,
Nice.
awesome. Good job tonight. And Bill, Brian, did you guys have anything for Caleb?
I think just had an unbelievable job tonight, and it'd be fun to get to see him get some decent luck and not get caught up in other people's crap. And we're able to see just how good of a driver he actually is. So awesome run, congratulations, and well deserved.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
That was Caleb Carter, driver of the 4 car, coming across P2. Next up, last but not least, our 97 car, John Connor, winner of the race tonight here at Atlanta. We'll pull him down into the booth. Mr. Connor, in the booth, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, so we were all worried about that front end damage there on that restart. It looked like you had a little bit of a dent on your nose, and once you got the lead, we were really wondering if you're going to have the pace to keep it up, but you proved us all wrong. Had a lot of speed in that car there at the end through the blocks where you needed to, made the moves when you needed to. So great job coming home P1 tonight. Were you aware of the damage, or were you just driving the wheel off that thing?
Yeah, I knew about the damage. My the restart. Yeah, 2 restarts before the end. I don't know who the leader was. I thought it was the 25, so I hit the gas, like trying
It
to
was a
predict it.
25.
Yeah, and I went too early. And the moment I hit him, I was just like, "Ah, dang, that's gonna hurt."
Yeah, we were all watching that. We're like, I'm pretty sure the 97 restarted that race. Like you punted 25 forward and restarted the race there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you definitely pushed the issue. Had a little bit of
Yeah.
damage, but I mean, coming on the exit of all the corners, you still had a ton of speed, and you made a couple moves on the inside of guys trying to get to their quarter panels and get around them. So obviously, still had a ton of pace in that race car. Were you worried that about the outside lane coming to the end of that thing, or were you just more focused on the bottom?
I mean, I kind of knew like Atlanta / Echo Park Speedway. The moment nighttime hits, the outside lane kind of just doesn't work. Because during the day, like we had really great side by side battles, lap after lap, and then it kept getting darker, and everyone kept going towards the bottom more and more. I didn't think the outside line would do anything on the restart, so the fact that it was like there for the last part, I actually started to get worried, but I knew the 25 behind me was, a decent pusher, and so I had a good amount of faith. And also, just the setup I was using was not loose. Like it handled perfectly. I could
Yeah.
hold any line I wanted to without spinning out, which I feel like other people had to lift to keep their cars from, getting loose, and I could just floor it the whole corner. I think that's really kind of an advantage.
Yeah, we saw a couple of guys get loose on throttle on the exited corners all by themselves. So definitely was tough to be driving a loose race car tonight. But any shout outs you want to give before we move on here?
Yeah, the 88 at the beginning of the race, we worked together. The only reason I tried to not jump the restart, but like predict it on the 25 is because the whole first half of the race, every time I lined up behind the 88, when I hit the gas, it was
Uh-huh.
exactly when he hit it, and we weren't communicating at all. It just worked out. So I was like, I'll just keep trying to predict it. It did not work out in the long run, but it worked out at the start. Yeah, 25, 4, 35 is really who Noah Hunt taught me, like the inside jump on the when you're pushing someone and their car drifts up, you
Mhm.
just dive as soon as you can to the inside. He did that to me with like 30 something to go. And after that, I was like, oh, okay, so that's how we're going to pass today. And then every time he drifted off the bottom, I stuck my nose in. I almost wrecked him twice, but
Yeah.
managed the third time to cleanly get around him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we saw you working well with Tyler Bellinger, push him for a stage win at stage 2. It was
Yeah.
unfortunate what happened to him. He kind of got shuffled back and then got tagged a little bit, went a lap down.
Yeah.
So, but good job by you tonight. How are you feeling about Chicago street course and Snow becoming a couple of road courses?
Road courses historically for me are my least favorite, and I'm also just the worst at driving. I mean, I'm
Well,
not like terrible, but I'm not as fast. I need to get used to the braking of these cars because I lock it up every corner.
mm. Well, I mean, hey, great time to get a win then before 2 road courses, so you can rest a little
Right.
bit more easy now.
Yeah, I just have to. I don't know. I can't really with work. I have to hope they give me nights off, and
Uh-huh.
today they did. So I might try to get them to just keep scheduling me mornings because this is fun. I want to keep doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead, Bill.
let me ask you something, John. How many times a week do you have to put up with the Terminator movie reference?
Very often. Pretty much all my jobs. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured when I saw that. That's why I haven't said anything. I wasn't calling you anything on the broadcast, but I had to ask you for a bit because I grew up with the same type of name. So, uh, very impressive win by you. Been waiting for you to break through, and even with all that damage, don't know how you were able to stay up front. But it was very impressive to watch. Congratulations, and I think you're part of this new group of the younger generation coming through the Crown Jewel. So keep up the good work, and now you're locked in.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem, man. You have a good rest of your evening, and maybe, possibly, potentially, we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Have a great night.
All right, see ya. That was our winner, John Connor, driver of the 97 car. Showing up when he can, but definitely has the speed and put the moves on when he needed them the most. They're coming across P1 tonight in the Ford machine. But as for here at Crown Jewel Racing Network, we are about wrapping up here at Echo Park Speedway, formerly known as Atlanta Motor Speedway. Looking forward to a couple road courses just to shake it up a tiny bit. Next week we'll be at Chicago Street Course. Following week Sonoma. I believe Bill, you'll be absent for those 2. You'll be out of town.
I will be next week. I will be next Tuesday night in Juneau, Alaska.
Yeah.
So
Well, you have
we'll see if I can get the broadcast and get the service. We'll see what happens.
yeah,
So
you have a safe trip, have a fun trip, and hope you have a nice time. And I think when you come back, we'll be at Dover, so we'll be back to Oval. If you can't join us next week or the week after, but as for everybody in the chat on the stream, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you so much for getting involved and leaving some comments there in the chat. I know the guys really appreciate it. All the drivers really appreciate to have their fans come out and watch them. But Ryan, Bill, you guys got anything else before we head out?
Just looking forward to next week.
All right. Well, you guys have.
I know you want to get into the car next week and give Nick a little bit of payback of what he did to you last year.
Oh man, I did an official earlier today, and every time I came through that corner, I had like PTSD looking in the rearview mirror.
Oh, I can believe that.
I was just gonna get sent into the wall, but yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I still won the race, so it's fine. All right. Well, you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you next week, same place, same time, 8:30 Eastern, here on Crown Jewel Race Network for Chicago Street Course. It'll be a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys then. You'll have a good one.